I'm Kelsey.
And I'm Renay.
And you're listening to the Working-ish Moms Podcast. Link.
Welcome back to the Working-ish Moms Podcast, hosted by Truly.
We're in
Kelsey's Chardonnay and a fish.
Took a little road soda on my way over. I know you're not supposed to say that. No?
Not if we have any cops listening.
I don't think we have to worry about that.
No, we don't. Oh, that's fresh.
We are...
What's that from?
I don't know.
Oh, Bridesmaids. Have you not seen it?
No, I've seen it, but I don't
Not
remember.
a bunch of times.
I don't remember that.
Me and my sister can, quote it. Anyway.
It's a great movie.
It really is.
But, speaking of Bridesmaids, we just had a little incident at the house here. We're at Renay's today.
Speaking of.
So Renay's like, do you want a Truly? I can go get you one. And I'm like, yeah, why not? Freaking Tuesday. Let's just, live our life and be wild. She comes back in from her garage fridge, and she's like, did you hear that? I'm like, no.
So nonchalant.
What happened? The girl is traumatized because the light was off in the garage. She tripped over a stroller that was just in the middle of her garage, and she played back the tapes, which I'm going to play for you now.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ow, I'm gonna be so fucking sore. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Literally editing that
in.
And then she's bleeding and in pain.
No, so I didn't even know how bad it was. No, I did, but I didn't know if I just tripped, and I was like, oh, you're so dumb. Get up. And I come in and I'm talking to her and we're watching the video, we're crying, laughing, and as we're doing that, I can't feel my toe or my freaking foot. So I go in the kitchen and I take my sock off and I'm like, maybe I have a little bruise. My foot is cut open. There was blood.
She goes, do I need to go to the hospital? I was like, no, your foot's it's different than your body. You're fine.
It's separated from your actual foot.
Yeah.
But I have this huge cut.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot feel my toe.
Yeah, you're going to be in pain for a while.
That really hurt.
Yeah.
The video is
so good.
The best video ever. I can laugh at myself pretty easy. I was the first one to be we need to watch this.
Yeah. She's oh my god. It's all the things you think.
I wasn't
I
wasn't screaming. I wasn't swearing. I was just ooh.
And then she's like, let me get that Truly. All right. And then she scurries back into the house.
It was so good. Funny. I know we were supposed to start so long ago, but we were laughing, crying. And my foot was cut wide open. And
we were in triage. We need to know what we need to do, and
we did it.
Yeah.
Well, not really, because I just have a paper towel wrapped around my toe because I couldn't find. I live in a house with 2 kids, no Band-Aids, no Neosporin. Kyle's like, "Where's that gauze from when you ripped your fingernail off?" And I'm like, "I don't freaking know."
Well, in your defense, I called your Neosporin lube, so
you did. You were like, "Where's that lube that you have?"
And I'm like, if you don't have that lube, then you get the right one.
No, it was so bad. Yeah, so we're off to a rocky start, but
I think we're off to the right
great start.
Yeah.
We weren't even supposed to be here. We were supposed to be at your house.
Oh, right.
Why?
Yeah, Rob plays
playing
tennis on Tuesdays.
Hooky? Is he playing hooky?
No.
Oh.
Nixon had baseball today, and then Rob usually plays tennis on Tuesdays. But, what's it called? Cross of communication or whatever.
Oh, a line of miscommunication. Yeah. Between what?
He's not playing today, and
that's the end of the story.
Nixon did play baseball. Yeah.
Okay. So how was your weekend? I feel like I haven't seen you in an act the longest since we've been friends.
Every time, every week, we're feel like I haven't seen you for so long.
But I usually see you more than just when we
Yeah.
record.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I did see you once when we had dinner at Lauren's. That was fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
But how was your weekend?
It was good.
You were again on the town.
Gallivanting. No, it was awesome. We went to Encore.
Is that that's a casino you said?
Casino in Boston, and we stayed over.
Was this just for like?
No, it was a friend's birthday.
Okay.
And so like a bunch of friends went up, and it was hysterical. Like,
did you guys all drive up separately, or were you in like some sort of party bus?
No,
Oh, okay.
We went up with our neighbor / really good friends, and stayed with them at Encore.
Oh, how fun!
Yeah, and
did you guys gamble?
No, we were like onlookers of friends that were gambling.
You okay?
I had something in my eye. I got it.
Like I'm blowing it. So where did you go? Dinner?
Went to dinner, and then we went to like a bar, and then like kind of dispersed, and people gambled, and then went to a club. We didn't get home or didn't get back to the hotel till like 3:30 in the morning.
Shut
Swear.
up. Well, that video that you sent me, I was like,
yeah,
she's on ecstasy.
I was like,
you were dancing at a table. It's like that video. Is that from like Real Housewives when it's like bus, club, another bus?
I don't know.
Oh.
But
you were wild.
Yeah, I was wild. Like, I just, when like, I just want to have a fun, funny night.
Yeah.
And I don't care. And I don't, like, I don't know. I don't care about, like, dinner. I don't care about, drinking. I don't care about the bill. Like, I just want to have fun.
Yeah.
And enjoy my husband and enjoy
and it's
our
like, when's
friends.
the last time you go out and dance?
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
So it was like equal parts The Hangover and equal parts like bridesmaid-ish / like Moms Gone Wild.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what were the dads doing? Were they like, wow, we got to wrangle these women up? Okay.
No, they were just like, live your life. Like, we all were on the same page.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
You stayed at a club until 3:30?
Mm-hmm. No, we stayed at the club till 3. And then we went and got late night pizza. Yeah.
Oh, it's bringing me back to like college days.
I know.
That's so fun.
I know.
Where were the kids again?
With my nephew. He stayed over.
He's coming in clutch with the babysitting lately because
Yeah.
he's just starting, right?
He's just starting. So, like, this was my thing. He's 16 years old. And I was like...
But he's not. He's 16, but he is like
his maturity
60.
level is...
more mature than me.
I was going to say, than me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I, like, tell him that. And he's like, thank you for noticing that.
No, I would trust him with my life.
Yeah. So, he has 4 siblings. He's one of 5. And... Right? Yeah. He's just really good with kids. And... he's getting his license next week.
Mm-hmm.
He has been watching kids like since he can remember.
Right.
So
he slept at your house?
He slept at my house. I live next to my cousin. And she came over like the night before. She helped put my littlest to bed, who's almost 2. And when I came home at like 11:30. And like, at 9 o'clock, I was like, all right, we're like kind of just waking up and gonna get the ball rolling. And so he's like, yeah, no problem. Like, every text was like, all right, sounds good. Like, he just
not like, when are you coming back?
Yeah,
even though he's like, when are you coming back?
And it was his sister's birthday that same day, so he had every right to be like, all right, like, I just want to say happy birthday to Violet, like, just wondering.
Yeah.
But he was
so
the
good.
best. And then I get home and I look at him and I like grab his face. I was like, how were they? And he was like, good. I was like, no, seriously, how were they? And he was like, they were honestly really good.
But do you want to know why younger kids are way better with kids than like our parents? They're not fazed by anything. They don't care about like the noise, the mess, like, you know what I mean?
I do know what you mean, but I also think that like all kids are so different, and like,
so you're just saying your kids were really
thankfully, good. No. Overnight, my kids are amazing.
Yeah.
They sleep really, my kids are really great sleepers.
Yeah.
And like, that's no kudos to me. Like, I honestly think that they're just like, they like their sleep.
Yeah.
You know, I have 3, so there isn't room for error.
Yeah.
But like, they sleep on the later, like they wake up at 7:30. Like Griffin wakes up the latest, and he's my littlest.
Mm-hmm.
So if they were if they were like early risers, like 5:30, I would probably not do it. Like I wouldn't have him be the person that stayed over.
Yeah.
If they were hard to put down,
yeah,
I wouldn't have him be the one that stayed over. But because like it kind of checked all the boxes, it was like, all right, you're safe.
Yeah.
You feel
and Lauren's
safe.
right there.
You're good.
Yeah.
I asked him a million times, like, how you feeling?
Yeah.
So
he was probably like, leave me alone.
He really was.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm more equipped for this than you are. Like, as
like they should be
a mom
children.
/ father. Like, you guys need to like.
I'm so jealous
go
that
to
you
a
have
school for parenting.
Yeah. I wish we did. Well, that's so good. And then you went to your niece's birthday party
On Sunday. Yeah, so we go home at like.
So you partied at night with adults and partied by.
I am like honestly still recuperating. Monday morning at work, people are like, "Oh,
how was your weekend, Betty?"
Yeah, like, how you feeling? Like, they just tell by their face, they're like,
yeah,
you're not looking too good. And I'm
it's like worth it.
I don't feel, so I just was like, yeah, I went out this weekend with my husband. A little crazy.
But isn't that like so refreshing to do? Like when you came back, like it's like a good tired. Like you had so much fun. Like obviously you're tired, but like
I just
you
like
had so much fun.
Yeah, I came back and I was like, I'm still so fun for myself.
Yeah.
You know, like
You're like, I still got it.
Yeah. Yeah. Like in on so many levels. Someone stopped me in the casino and was like, it was a girl. And like
those are the best compliments.
Right. Because you know that they will stop you.
And they mean it. It's not some horn dog.
So she like grabs my arm. I turn around and she's like, you look so good. And I was like, thank you. Because like obviously you're so caught off guard. Like,
yeah,
I wanted to cry.
You're like, Rob, did you hear that?
No, I wasn't with Rob. I was with another friend. Like a friend's husband / he's my friend too.
Yeah.
But he's like the biggest like what's it called when like someone's always like giving you like accolades. Yeah, he's like the biggest cheerleader.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Oh, she looks so great, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, and then she goes through everything. She's like, the hair, the outfit, the whole thing. You look amazing.
No one would be able to tell me anything after that.
I'm not giving you any money to play the slots, lady.
She didn't want it. Was she younger or older?
No.
Was she Gen Z?
She was playing the slots, and she was younger than me for sure. I know. Are you pissed?
It's just the best when you get a Gen Z compliment, as everybody knows.
I don't know if she was. Like, she teetered on millennial Gen Z. And that's all that matters.
That's all that matters. There's clear signs if they're a Gen Z.
She probably was 36, but like in my mind,
30.
She was Gen Z.
Yeah, that's amazing. I'm so happy for you.
I am too.
You're like, that was the best part of my weekend.
Yeah, I don't even know if I told Rob that. I'm
sure you did when you were like drinking. Like somebody said I look so good.
No, because it was like on one thing to the next, It was like just that kind of night. Yeah.
You know what I love is like when you were like, I don't care about dinner. I love going out and having a good dinner. Like it will make my night. Yeah. To start off that way.
You know what I love? Getting to my hotel. No, I actually had. What did I have? Oh, I had scallops. Okay. It was between salmon and scallops, and I said to the waitress,
I'm so glad you say scallops and not scallops.
You're from Massachusetts.
I know.
We don't say scallops. We say scallops.
Yeah. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
I'm glad we're on the same page
with that thing, if nothing else.
Right. My favorite thing to do when I go away and we stay at a hotel, it's not like Airbnb, whatever, is just hang out in the hotel room with friends. You bring wine, you bring your snacks.
I don't think I've ever done that.
You have your like makeup, hair stuff, you know, outfit. Like, don't get changed before.
Yeah,
you pay for that hotel room.
Yeah.
Make the most of it.
Do you know who's like that?
Who?
Kyle. But
It's my spirit animal.
No, he is
Aminal?
spirit animal. I wouldn't even have caught on to that. This man, we will leave the hotel room, flips all the lights on.
Go check everything out. Yeah.
No, he's like, we pay for this room. We're leaving all the we're leaving all the lights on. We are leaving the AC on.
Rob
Like
loves the AC.
anything that you can do to get the TV. I'm like, babe, we gotta turn it. He's like, no. We're paying for this room. Everything is on. It drives me crazy. But he like feels like he's getting his money's
I'm
worth.
sure you guys are not drinking the bottled water in that room because it's probably like $7.50. Do you bring your own?
We buy bottled water for the room.
I know you're not joking.
So everybody else wants to keep texting me and messaging me and freaking judging me. Anyways, I haven't been to a hotel room in so long, I honestly don't even remember. But
yeah, and I also love unpacking all of my shit when I get there
and putting it in the drawers in the closet,
anywhere, yeah,
on the table,
yeah,
on the bed.
And I do have to say, Encore has very spacious rooms. Like the bathroom was so spacious because we shared a room with another couple. It was like me and my friend could get ready in the same bath. Like there wasn't just like one little vanity, you know, with a sink. It was like a nice big bathroom with a separate water closet.
Oh my!
So like someone
God.
could like go pee while we were
that's so
getting
nice.
ready. Yeah,
that's so nice. Well, I'm
was
glad
nice.
you're refreshed.
I wouldn't say that.
Really?
I'm refreshed, like
I don't mean
mentally.
I don't mean like you went to like a spa and you like calm.
No,
no. But I mean like you filled your cup a little bit.
Yeah.
For like you.
Like I filled my cup a lot.
Yeah.
I had my cup filled.
Mm-hmm.
I filled it, and then people gave me cups that were filled.
I don't even want to know what that means.
Like I just mean I drank a lot.
Did you?
Yeah. Listen, it's fine.
Of course it is. I'm not judging you.
You shouldn't be.
I will never. I'm so happy for you. My weekend was not as festive, but it was still fun.
Yeah, you had so much fun.
I was busy.
Tell me.
I was booked and busy, and that never happens. I had a 40th surprise party on Saturday.
Where?
At a house. At my friend's house.
Okay.
And it was so nice because it started at 3.
That's smart.
And when
you're like, okay, we're 40, we're starting the party at 3.
But these people, they start at 3 and they end at 3. They are partiers. I am not. I got home at 8.
So it's perfect.
So it was perfect for me. So she got out of work at 4. So everybody had to be there by 3:30. So when she got home, it was like a surprise. So I got there at like 3:15 and I stayed until like 8. And I went by myself. I got a babysitter. Yeah. And I was going to bring the kids. I bring them every time because Kyle works on Saturdays. So I texted my babysitter and I'm like, are you by any chance home on this 12th weekend? And she's like, I am, actually. I'm like, will you watch my kids from 3 to 6:45? She's like, yeah. So I left. I went by myself and literally every person was like, are you alone? Are you alone? And I'm like, yeah, it was so nice. Like I ate like snacks. I had drinks. I was with like all my friends. I could chat. There was at one point I was like sitting in a chair, just sitting and watching. And my friend came up to me and he was like, are you good? I was like, no, I'm so good. Like, I'm so good. I'm just enjoying my peace. But it was fun. And then the next day it was raining again because this weather is trash. Kyle had Sunday off and we took the kids to Boston. And we went to the aquarium. And we had never taken them to the aquarium before. We've been to Mystic. But they're starting to be at like an age where if you skip a nap, it doesn't matter. Like if I'm home, I want Grant to nap just so I can get a break. But if our day, like my kids are good sleepers. So if he skips a nap, he's fine. He's not affected by it. So we brought them to the aquarium, which is so close to Faneuil Hall. So then we walked to Faneuil Hall after. Hadley was like, what is this? And it's like food heaven. So we walked through Faneuil Hall, Quincy Market. We had lunch at Ned Devine's. Like it was like a whole day. We got home at like 5. It was fun. And then my mom texted me on Saturday and was like, hey, do you and Kyle want to go to dinner this weekend or one of these days coming up? And I'm like, yeah, yeah, we do. So he has Mondays off. So,
You mean your mom texted? Oh, Saturday to
yeah,
watch.
she was
Okay.
like, "Do you want to go out one of these nights?"
Mm-hmm.
And I was
That
going to
is
this.
so nice of her.
I know, 'cause she's home from
Just
Florida now.
stop you right there. Like,
No,
that is grandmother goals right there.
she texted me and my sister. So my sister went out Saturday night, and then I was like, Kyle was like, we're gonna be way too tired Sunday. Like, we're in Boston all day. He's like, ask if we can go Monday. So she's like, yeah, whatever night you want. So him and I went out Monday. We went out to dinner in Plymouth, and it was lovely.
Where'd you go?
We went to the Black Lantern Tavern. Have you ever heard of Redbrook?
Mm-hmm.
It's in there.
Okay.
It was so good, but I'd never been to that area. Kyle and I felt like we were in an episode of Paradise. It felt like a cult.
Mm-hmm.
It was wild. We've never been in there, but it was really good. And we were gone for like 3 hours, and it was lovely. And she put them to bed, so when we got home, it was like quiet. So I did. I had a good weekend. I was just sad because when we got home, I thought Handmaids comes out on Monday, and it comes out on Monday at midnight. So
This Monday?
yesterday,
Oh, so there's more episodes out?
one.
Oh.
It's weekly now.
Oh, okay.
I know. So last night I was like, oh my God, we're going to come home. We're going to watch Handmaids. I go to put on Hulu, and it's like available at midnight. And I'm like, what? It's not good. It ruined my weekend, but it didn't. So it's on tonight. But it was like I got time by myself. I got time with the family, and then I got time with him. So it was like, couldn't have gone better, to be honest.
Love that.
I know. And now I'm with you, and I can't feel my toe. I literally
Still.
oh yeah. It's like, I can't feel it, but it's also pulsing.
Mm.
But I don't want to bore anyone with that. But we had good weekends.
We did.
We did. Cheers to that.
Cheers.
Here's the situation. I'm trying to think of how I can start it. So my birthday is May 9th, and Mother's Day is May 11th. Yes. So Kyle and I were like, why don't we go somewhere for your birthday? It's also Mother's Day, and it's his Sunday off. So he gets 2 Sundays off a month, and the other
I care.
I believe that you care. You'll care more with that.
Mm-hmm.
So we said, why don't we go somewhere? And I feel like my kids are at a good age where I've never left them. So I've left them to go, like I left Hadley to go on a baby moon for Grant. I've left when I was in the hospital with Grant. Him and I have gone to Boston for a night, but that is it. We've never like gone a couple nights. I think one night is the longest we've gone, and we've left in the afternoon and we come back the next morning.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like they're at a good age where my kids are like yours, where they sleep all night. You put them to bed at 7:45. They don't try to get out. They stay in their bed until someone comes to get them at 7 o'clock or whatever. And you don't have to worry. And Grant's in preschool, Hadley's in kindergarten. So I was like, if we go during the week, whoever's watching them won't have to be with them all day, all night. Because that's always an anxiety of mine, is whoever's going to watch them it's only my mom. That's it. And I don't share it with like my in-laws. Like my sister will go away, Mark's parents will watch them, my parents will watch them, so they kind of like split it up. So I'm like, if I have school, then that will kind of split it up. They can go to school during the day, my mom can watch them at night, whatever. So I'm like, yes, 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 I want to do this. So then I'm like, well, if we can't go for too long. But I'm like, if we want to go, we would need to go like in the afternoon so we can get, 2 full days. We would wake up, get a full day, sleep over, wake up, get a full day, and then leave the next day. So we were like, well, then we would have to leave on Mother's Day. And at first I like didn't think about it because I was just like, I want to go. Like, I'm so excited. I want to spend time with Kyle. We've never done this. I just want to go. And then it started sinking in, and I'm like, oh my God, like what a shitty mom. Mother's Day you're supposed to celebrate being a mom and being with your kids, and I'm leaving on Mother's Day. So I'm like, the only other weekend that we could go is Memorial Day weekend. But then both of my kids would have Monday off, and that would be more work for whoever is watching them. And flights would be more expensive because it's Memorial Day. So I'm like, we really can only go around my birthday, which still leaves us at Mother's Day. So then I'm like, well, then I want to take a later flight. I want to spend all day with them and then take a later flight. And all the good people in my life who like know me are like, that's foolish. You're gonna get, because there was a flight at 12:30 or a flight at 4:30, and I was gonna do the 4:30, and then we would get to the airport at 8, and then our hotel is about a half hour from the airport. We'd get there at like 8:30. So like the whole point of you is to go and get away, and now you're getting there at 8:30 at night. But for some reason in my mind, I'm like, that's what I deserve because it's Mother's Day. So I need to like do both. So I struggled for like, I couldn't make a decision for like a week of if I should leave at 12:30 or 4:30. I was hesitant to leave it all on Mother's Day, but because of Kyle's schedule, it like forced me to do it. And I put up a poll just to see what people would say, to see if it would like help me. And the majority said, who cares? Celebrate on Saturday. Like your kids won't know the difference. And I don't think my kids will know the difference, but I know. So I don't know if like I know everyone has mom guilt, so I don't have to ask you like if you experience it. But in this situation, do you get where I'm coming from with the 12:30, 4:30 flight? Do you think the mom guilt is making me overthink, or what are your thoughts on my mom guilt to the max of leaving on Mother's Day?
I think that you're overthinking it way too much.
Really?
Yeah.
You wouldn't think like this at all?
No, not for a second.
But Mother's Day, because it's on Mother's Day, that wouldn't mess with your mind at all?
No, not for a second.
I think it's more of just like, I'm supposed to be
No,
spending Mother's Day with my children
you're
because
not
I'm a
supposed to do
mom.
anything.
I don't know why I don't feel maybe, but I feel like if this was you, I would be giving you the exact same advice and I would mean it.
Mm-hmm.
But because it's me, I'm just like,
No.
shame.
I think that you put in so much effort every single day that like your Mother's Day should like what do you want truly? You know, and I know that you have that mom guilt of like, no, I do want to spend time with the kids. Like it is Mother's Day, but like you do that every day.
I do.
Like,
and we've never gone anywhere, so I'm trying to like remind myself of that too. But then it's like my sister volunteered to take the kids in the morning so we could make the earlier flight and my mom would get them later. So then in my head, I'm like, oh, it's my sister's Mother's Day. What is her Mother's Day going to be like now with 4 kids because she's taking my 2 kids?
Maybe.
And she was just like, I said, go.
Yeah.
So I end up thinking what my mom is going to think, like what time she gets them, if my sister's going to enjoy her day, if my kids are going to enjoy their day. And then after all of that, I'm like, but what do I want to do? But I will never think of that first. I will always think of that last.
Okay, so think of it like this. Don't you think the best thing that you can give your kids is like a healthy, amazing relationship for their parents?
Yeah.
Right? So like you guys do everything that you can for the kids. Like do that for you. And it's for the kids, right? Like guys, we're going to Florida for you.
Really? You're welcome.
I know.
Mommy's gonna go get a tan for you. But
no, I know it sounds silly, but it is true.
It is true.
Like you could be going like down the street for dinner, and it is for your family.
Of course it is. I am fully aware of that. I think it was the stigma of Mother's Day and how I would feel about it and what it's supposed to represent of just like, I'm opposite of what your family was. Like my parents made a big deal of like, what are you getting your mother for Mother's Day? What are you getting your father for Father's Day? It's Christmas. You have to be with your family on Easter. Like every holiday was very much like, what are we doing? And I know my kids are too young. Like I don't understand. don't underestimate that at all. And I also feel like dropping them off at my sister's house, Hadley has a very hard time leaving me, like a very hard time. So that plays in the back of my mind too. I can't even, when I left to go to the 40th birthday party, it was a problem. When I didn't come home last night to put Hadley to bed, it was a problem. So in the back of my mind, I know that this is going to come up, but I still feel like I want to try to go.
Mm-hmm.
And I know dropping them off at my sister's is the best bet because she's going to see her cousins, and she's not going to care about me as if she was like leaving with like a babysitter or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I appreciate my mom and my sister for being like, go, like, we're fine here, you know? The mom guilt, just no matter how much common sense wise, no matter how much I know that I'm with them, the only time I'm not with them is if I'm working, if they are sleeping, if I happen to go somewhere, or if they're in school. Other than that, they are on me, truly.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like, when does the mom guilt end, or when do we get better with it, or do we just never get better with it and we're just going to like always be in our heads? But I like wonder if like our moms, like, what do they have mom guilt about? You know what I mean? So it's like it must end at some point.
Yeah,
but like, when are we close? Like,
don't
do you
know.
experience it?
I
Or
know
do you
that
feel like you're good about it?
when I tell the kids that like Rob and I are going out to dinner,
Mm-hmm.
they're like, you always do that. You and Daddy always get to go out to dinner.
Because they want to go with you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, first of all, that's not true.
You're like,
I
always
understand you're
relax.
upset, but like, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like, I would say every 3 weeks, Rob and I like try to do something, just he and I,
Mm-hmm.
like for nothing, for no other celebration.
Yeah.
Just like he and I
just
try.
dinner.
Yes.
Yeah.
They also end up having a great time with like,
Of course, whoever
a
babysits.
sitter,
Yeah.
or like the situation that like
Mm-hmm.
is there, but like it does bother me, like that
They put
they're
the
like
guilt on
giving
you.
it to us. Yeah,
Mhm.
because then they get older, they get smarter.
And then in your mind, you're like, do we always go?
Yeah, well,
Do
Rob
we
will be
never
like,
take them?
what do you mean? Like, when? Like Rob will ask them
He's like,
for
Otis, give me an example.
scenarios, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Rob, they just like want us here with them all the time.
Yeah, or they want to come.
And not only that, but like when we are here and say we're there all weekend, all together, no one's left, they're like, we never get to hang out with friends. We never get to go over anyone's houses.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's just how kids are.
Yeah.
Like, they're always thinking about like the next best thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like they go over someone else's house and they're like, we have the worst house. And I'm like,
Otis
dude,
impression.
yeah. Like, no, it was actually Nixon.
Oh, really?
He says worse, but like,
okay.
it's still super cute little lisp accent.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, buddy, we have each other. Like, really?
Like, I don't want each other.
I know. But then when it comes down to it, Nixon's like, I love her. Like, randomly, we'll be tucking him into bed, and he's like, I love our family so much.
Oh my God, what a sweetie.
I'm so glad that we have each other. And I'm like,
are you
what
kidding?
do you want?
Yeah.
Like, tell me now. Like, don't.
Is it your asthma tomorrow?
He actually has a cough right now, and I'm like freaking out.
Has he stayed in school so far?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're like, come on, buddy.
Yeah, you're fine.
Buck up.
Do eat puff through your inhaler. I'm just kidding. I would never say that.
Deep breath. In and out. No, I feel like they will always guilt us, which fuels the mom guilt, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because then the second they're having a problem with like the situation that you set up for them, you're like, oh, like I already was feeling a little bit guilty about it.
And I feel like it comes in any shape or form. Like so I get the mom guilt about this whole scenario about leaving, and then I'll be talking to another parent and they're like, oh, like I had to do this, like I just dropped her off like at dance, like she really loves it. And in my mind, I'm like, oh, Hadley's been asking to do dance, but it's like we do swim and we do this and that. And then you get in your mind, like, are they doing enough of the extracurriculars? And Hadley keeps asking to do dance, and then you feel guilty that you're not doing all those things. And then, if she wants to do something with me and she's like, you never do this with me. And in my mind, I'm like, how do they look at me? Like, I'm always in my head.
But you have to also understand they're not like rational beings. Yeah, they're not at all.
I know,
Like
but
if
it
my
just
parents
makes
did
me.
I feel like my parents also just didn't give a fuck. Like back in the day, they really didn't care about like,
I don't remember anything. Like the fact that you remember like how your parents acted, like I don't.
yeah, there was like no emotion when I had said things. Like, and I don't know. I just feel like there weren't like deep discuss. My dad traveled a lot as a child, so
My
I don't.
dad worked constantly. I never
I
saw my
think
dad.
that like, no, I'm saying like as far as like my parents' conversations about like what I said, what my siblings said, like I just don't even know if it happened very often. But I also know like they probably were just confident about like the life that they were giving us and like
I
what we were
know.
doing and what they were
Like,
providing.
so do you feel that?
Yeah.
I feel that, but not like enough, but I don't know why.
I think what I don't feel enough is like the exposure I'm giving them in general. Like we live in a very
Like a
sheltered,
bubble.
yeah, community, and I know that I need to do better with like exposing them to like real life shit.
Like what?
Like different people, different cultures, different and like that cultures within like our community,
Community?
but also like outside of that. Like we talked about Disney the last episode, like I don't want to go to like around the world or like whatever the
Mm-hmm.
stupid Disney
It is
thing
around the
called.
world.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Um I like literally want to bring them to like different places and be like this is how other people live and maybe you won't be like questioning my
Where you
yeah
come from.
or just like silly things that they're like not happy with like
Yeah.
maybe they'll be more grateful
But do
that
you do that? Like if my kids like complain about food or don't eat something, I'm like, there's children who will literally eat the scraps out of a garbage can, and you're complaining that you don't want to have your mac and cheese.
I definitely give them examples of
I'm like
like people
rash.
yeah people don't have things enough food to eat like even
Mm-hmm.
parents where like they'll give them the last of the can of beans that they
Yeah,
have and
yeah.
then they won't eat anything and their mommy will go to bed hungry
Mm-hmm.
and then they'll have like the beans that they don't really want to eat but they have to eat because they're so hungry yeah
Mm-hmm.
for sure
Yeah.
um do I think that they truly appreciate that? No, I think that
They're so young though.
I
It's like I don't
understand that
expect them to.
but I also do think that like you don't expect yes no you don't expect them to understand but you also know that they could if you like expose them to
Yeah.
things and places and
Mm-hmm.
situations where they truly could because
Yeah.
like it's one thing you telling them it's another thing if like
Mm-hmm.
you showing them so I
Yeah.
think that like every year on Thanksgiving I'm like I want to bring them to a food pantry like I'd
Mm-hmm.
love them to like like older people love seeing little
Oh
kids
yeah. It makes a
so
huge,
yeah
yeah.
and like Griffin's now too I feel like
Mm-hmm.
it's actually like I don't know, doable to bring
Yeah.
him.
When we were growing up, my parents brought us to feed the homeless during like Thanksgiving
Hmm.
time. And I remember that. And I didn't know my parents would just be like, we're just going to go and help serve people. Like my parents have been like involved in the church forever. And I have like a couple memories of like going out and like passing out the plates to people. And like, I remember like being taught that and
Hmm.
seeing that. And I think that like stuck with me.
Yeah.
I think it's good for kids to have. But I feel like we're always just going to be thinking like, that's a year, like I need to do more of this or I need to,
Hmm.
and maybe we do need to do more, but like when does what is it called?
Imposter syndrome.
Yeah, like when does that go away? Or like, I want to go and enjoy myself, but like when I'm gone, I'm crazy. I'm like, when I'm gone, it's not going to be done the way that I do it.
Mm-hmm.
Will things run? Are they going to get to here on time? Are they going to give anyone a hard time? Are they going to wear it? Are they going to do that? Like my mind, I'm like, I hope I go and I'm able to shut my brain off a little bit to like enjoy that time. I'm going to try, of course. And I feel like guys don't have that.
Well, yeah, and I think that
Like he
it's whoever
cares.
is the
Kyle
default
cares.
parent
Yeah.
is like the one that worries more because they know like what's
What?
on the real plate of like just
how everything is run.
yes,
Yeah. And I know he cares. Like
of
there's
course, yeah.
kids. But when we're talking about the times, he's like, no, he's like, we have to leave at 12:30. He's like, if we get it there at 8, he's like, our night is done. And then we're trying to organize this trip to be. So he's thinking of like our trip.
Right.
As he should. We're going on a small trip. I'm like, we can't get there. We can't leave at 12:30 because then we have to leave even earlier. And then my kids are going to see me for 2 seconds. And then who's going to be with them during the day? My sister knew she needs her Mother's Day. And then my mom can't be too overwhelmed because like his mind doesn't do that. But I'm like, I don't think dad's minds do that. So it's like when they, like if, not throwing Rob out there, but like when he goes golfing and he's gone, like, does he ever think like,
no.
you know?
So I went to New Hampshire a couple weekends ago and I like made sure that I didn't. I was just gonna say I made sure the laundry was done. That was like my
because
one
Rob did
thing that like was not done before I left. But like I groceries were delivered. I picked up like pre-made food for him for the kids. Just like I don't know, I set them up
things
a bit.
to
You know?
yeah,
Like just like as much as you'd set your mom up. Like you wouldn't just leave your house bare, right? Like
no, I'm gonna have meatballs made and chicken made.
Like mom, I have this.
Yes.
Like I know that they like that.
Yes.
Like he'll eat this on this day. Like but whatever you want to do, you know, right? Like that's what I do.
I literally lay it out and I'm like, but whatever works.
But whatever you want to do, like breakfast,
as long as it's
like they like this, and you know you have all those things.
Yeah. I can't really use Kyle as an example because he doesn't, poor guy, like he really doesn't have much going on because he works so much. But like, I feel like they don't feel the guilt of anything really because if we're around the most anyway, if they leave, it's not like that big of a deal. But then I get like wife guilt where like he gets out early on Thursdays. So I try not to do anything on Thursdays because I know it's his one early night. We can all have dinner together, which we don't get to do. But there's been a couple of times where my friends will be like, oh, do you want to get dinner on Thursday? Because I know Kyle's home early. You don't need a babysitter and you can go. I'm like, I don't know. Like I want to, but I don't want to leave him and he doesn't leave me. And we're not some like, you know, messed up couple where it's like we don't have a life outside, but we know that's really our nights are limited. So I just feel the guilt of like, oh no, I can't because I got to be with him. And then I'm like, I wish I could have gone to that dinner because I feel like I don't get to see my friends really. So I feel like the guilt, it like consumes my life like all the time. So when I brought this whole thing up, I wanted like another mom's perspective of just like what everyone thought. The majority of people said, celebrate Saturday, who gives a shit? And then the second highest area was leave at 12:30. Bye.
I think it's funny that you're saying this too because my friend Laura, who lives beside me, they're going away for Easter, and they've had this same.
Her and her husband?
No, the family.
Oh,
I think they're going to Florida. Yeah. And she couldn't decide if like they do Easter early or if they bring Easter to
with
Florida. And she's like, I just don't know.
Because she wanted to be with her family, like extended family,
like
to celebrate.
No, more of like, do we like ship things to Florida?
Oh, like
we have
Easter
like Easter
bunny
baskets. I guess the hotel was like doing this like Easter thing where you could like hire the Easter bunny to drop off Easter baskets. And she's like, I just don't know what, like, she couldn't decide.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I don't know, just like they're still
So
so
you're just
small.
like easy, like living in like easy breezy, beautiful, like Kelsey land.
Well, when they're small enough, like,
So you don't
do
have
anything.
mom guilt?
Oh my gosh, of course I have mom
Give
guilt.
me some.
The second they fall asleep, I'm like, did I do the right thing?
Okay.
I miss them. Like, should I wake them up? Should
Did
I
I
kiss
love them
them?
enough?
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
I need to talk to them tomorrow. Like, I don't think I handled that situation right.
Okay, yeah.
Of course.
So you have like emotional mom guilt.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the things that like don't, like, I know that don't matter to them and they'll never understand, or like, you know, right now they will not understand.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I don't care. You know, like, if they don't care, I don't care.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it.
And how do you feel about Easter baskets?
We do them.
Okay.
Okay, so
because
one
you
of
know it's getting wild.
yeah.
So don't.
I'm sorry, did I do that?
You were like, yeah, I know.
So
you did Crocs?
Yeah, Nixon has white Crocs and they're disgusting. So
Yeah.
like for me, it's selfish, but also like he does need a new
he'll love to
pair
see
of
that.
Crocs for spring, summer, fall,
Mm-hmm.
and he'll wear them every day for like almost a whole year.
Mm-hmm.
So like, yeah, let's just get them Crocs. But like then we got them like Annie's bunny, like cheddar bunnies, and like the chewy bunnies, a couple other like sweets.
Yeah.
And then we have just generic baskets, no monograms, no names.
Same.
I
got mine plastic from Target.
Like, whatever.
Halloween, I had them monogrammed.
But you know what we do? Because like my mom did this, and I'm not sentimental with many things, but this was the one thing
that you took
that for Easter I was like, I loved that she did that.
Give it to me so I can steal it.
She hid our Easter baskets.
Oh.
And so we woke up in the morning of Easter, and we knew that like the Easter bunny came and hid our baskets. So like it'd take us a little bit to like find our Easter baskets. So like maybe one was in like the bathtub and one was like
that's cute
behind the couch.
Just like one more fun thing.
Yeah. And
that's
now
cute.
Like my thing too is I take little cotton balls.
Yeah.
And just like kind of and I'm like, Easter bunny did it again. You know, like
and that's like so fun.
And Nixon's like, Mom, I'm so sorry he made such a mess of our house. Like,
do you leave carrots?
Oh, I don't know if we did.
No?
I don't. Yeah, that's smart though. We should.
I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but there's a girl that I know and she sends me, they're like tubes and it's bunny food in it. And on the outside of the tube, it has Hadley, like her name on it.
Aww.
And then on the outside of the other tube, it has Grant's name on it. And they come with little notes on it that says, sprinkle this outside so I know where to find you. And it has the same thing for like reindeer food for when Santa comes. Right. So I put those two things in the mailbox. And then I'm like, oh, Hadley, go check the mail. So they think that it was sent to them. And then the night before Easter, I bring them outside and they sprinkle it on the lawn, which they love to do.
That's cute.
But again, I see the Easter basket and all these things. So it's like I
do think it's a lot. It's all a lot. Even like the pictures that people post for Christmas.
I thought I heard a child. Go ahead.
Of all of their like the mounds that they have for their children.
I do that. I love Christmas.
No, I know that
you can't tell me anything. I want to see everyone's tree. I want to see everyone's presents, stockings. I want to see everything.
I just think
But I think that's pressure. Just like my Christmas thing. Like I love it so much.
I know.
Even if you have one giant wrapped present or with like a bow and there's not like I want to see what's under your tree. Show me your tree.
But people literally would do that for each one of their children, of like the mound. And
but also another holiday, I will never get behind this, St. Patrick's Day.
What do people do for St.
The leprechaun?
Yeah.
The trap. I've never done it.
Yeah, you haven't because Hadley's still young.
No, all of her some of my great friends, they do the trap with their kids the night before.
But did Hadley push it? Because this
no,
is right, so you don't do it.
no, but she's
So
had it at
Nixon
school.
pushed it this year, and he went through all of our like recycled boxes and
Compost.
and he just like was like, all right, so this is what I'm thinking. You know, he came up with all these ideas. You can't say no to these kids. Like, they think it's a real thing.
I hope she doesn't, because again, all of this is coming up though. It's because of the pressure and the mom guilt and the stuff that you feel. And it's like, did I get enough for Easter? Did I do a good enough Easter basket with the carrots and the sprinkling on the lawn, and then their Easter baskets, and then you have to fill up all the eggs, and then you do the big eggs and you put some money in it. And now we have to do the leprechaun, and then you have the elf on the shelf, and then what else is there? There's nothing for Thanksgiving. Be grateful. That's to start. Like, what's another? Like, what is next? Nothing, right? Please.
Is that a real question?
Yeah, like I can't handle anything else. And then it becomes, I'm looking at the basket, right? And I'm like, this is good, right? Like, I don't think I need anything else. Like, do you think she's
literally Rob and I will be like screenshotting, texting, saying like, being like, look at our Amazon cart. Do you think that's enough? Like, do they need anything? But also keep in mind for Easter, I'm like, I was texting Rob while he was downstairs and I was upstairs and I was watching my shows during my break time, aka Griffin napping.
Love it.
And I was like, are there any practical things that we need for their Easter baskets?
Crocs.
Speak now or forever hold your peace. I am ordering Crocs. And he was like, that's honestly brilliant.
I didn't get anything practical.
Well, that's fine, but then
well, I did get a learning puzzle for Grant.
Is that practical?
Yeah, because he needs to learn. So I was like, wow, this is not crap. I'm getting him matching puzzle pieces.
Last year we went to Captiva, aka Florida.
Okay.
And we needed bathing suits and shorts and
that's smart
flip-flops
too.
and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So like I just not piled, but like, you know, gave them enough stuff in their Easter baskets for Captiva, and it was like a nice little gift, big gift. So it was like, whatever.
That's smart too when you have something to go or something to do. Like when you're just staying here, you know, the practical is the way to go.
Too are leaving for Hawaii the week of Easter, so this week at some point. But the Easter bunny already came, and their oldest is in 3rd grade. They're like, oh, the Easter bunny's coming early because we're going to Hawaii, and she got them like a
ton of
like,
stuff for
like
smart,
the things that they needed, like
yeah.
bathing suits and whatever.
Yeah,
it is smart. So it's like,
oh, for sure.
I don't know, play your cards right. You know?
I don't have anything like that. So I just got matching puzzle pieces.
Going to
I got
Florida on Mother's Day, and
I don't have anything practical to give them. So that my guilt is coming in, I'm like, get them so much good stuff on for Easter. No, but I really didn't. I got them like a coloring book, like an Easter like coloring book. I got her like Princess Ariel like wand, crown, and like high heels, and like a little in the dollar section in Target, like a little bracelet making kit.
That's cute.
Like little princess rings that if you like flip them open, they have lip gloss. It was like just like little things that I know that she would love, but nothing like, you know, big and crazy, just enough to like fill up, you know, a basket or whatever.
I don't know. I just feel like we all do so much for them, and then it like sets expectations for us and for them. And it's like, oh, well, last year I got them this, and I don't feel right not doing at least what I did last year, if not going a little bit more.
And then you see the comparisons. Like I try really hard not to compare myself to like what other people are doing, because usually I don't give a shit, but sometimes you see it and you're like, oh, I didn't do that. Like maybe I should have done that.
Maybe I don't love my kids as much.
Yeah, they clearly love them more.
Yeah.
But then I see other parents like who leave their kids often and go on vacation, and I never think to myself like, ooh, shitty mom. So when I'm leaving for the first time ever for 3 nights, right away I'm like, shitty mom. You're leaving on Mother's Day at 12:30 in the afternoon, passing them off to your sister. Shitty mom. You know what I mean? It's like I don't give myself a break ever. And I wanted to make sure that I wasn't alone. And then I started thinking about all the things that I feel guilty about. And I'm like, is there anything the only time I don't feel guilty is if I go to work, you know? Like, I don't like that feeling.
Yeah.
I want to just be able to move and do what I want to do without, like, don't you miss just like only thinking about yourself sometimes? You know? I don't miss not having kids. Like, I love my life, but sometimes I genuinely miss being like, I want to do this no matter if it's nothing or whatever it is. And then I just think for myself and like what I want to do and not how it's going to affect my kids or what my husband's going to think. It's because I want to do it. I don't know if I make any decisions based off of me doing what I want to do.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever, right?
No, I think
I'm just
that's
kidding.
like I'm speechless because of
How real it is?
yeah.
Okay. Like, I'm not crazy.
No,
Yeah.
I totally agree.
It's overwhelming. They're just like overwhelming thoughts. And sometimes it's exhausting to think so much and to overthink. And I already have anxiety. So I'm already naturally up here. So if I have to make some sort of decision that's going to affect my kids or my family or other people, I'm through the roof, you know?
Yeah.
So I will be bringing lots of lorazepam. I will be leaving lots of instructions. And I'm going to try really hard to enjoy.
Your kids are going to have so much fun with your mom, and she's going to have so much fun with them.
Yeah. I know Hadley's going to have a hard time, but I also want, she needs to have time away from me too.
I was going to say that in a nice way. Like,
I know
it's
that.
healthy for her, and I know it's going to be hard for your mom, but it's very healthy for her to like have that separation.
Like, even when we were driving to school today, she told me that she wishes that she was still a baby. And she told me that she wishes that because she got to stay home with me every single day and we didn't have to leave each other. And I was shocked that she even like thought that way. And she was like, I just wish I didn't have to like go to school. I wish I just didn't have to leave you every day. I feel like kids struggle with that, and then
kids struggle with like transitions.
Yeah.
And so like it's up to us to make sure that like we talk to them about like what's going on, and we also like Griffin is like a little feral animal.
Spit it out.
Yeah, I know, because like I'm trying to think of like the nicest way to describe him. He
Don't believe
like,
word she says.
Listen,
he is an angel sent from heaven.
He's great, and
he doesn't even really like me that much, and I'm just like.
But if I were to drop him off with you, like, yeah, if you saw me like run out the door, he wouldn't love it. But if he didn't, and he was just here with Hadley, you, and Grant, he'd love his life. Like, he would like no meltdowns, no anything, because he's so used to going to daycare, coming home, having like. When I tell you that the kids are helping raise him,
oh, for sure.
Before we came here, it was him and Otis for 2 hours.
Yeah.
I could give him a bath. Dream. Yeah. I had 90 Day Fiance on in the background, was actually able to watch it. And every, like, I would say 10 minutes, I was like,
you guys good?
Is Griffin okay? Where is he? And I, peek over wherever, whatever they were doing. And they were 2 peas in a little pod.
That's so nice.
I made dinner for 5 people tonight. And it was amazing. However, that's not everyone's reality. I get that. Like, not everyone can be like, oh, I give my kids so much diversity, and they do this and they do that, and they, have all these different people in their life.
And it does depend on the kid too. Like Hadley didn't go to daycare because I stayed at home and it was COVID and all that stuff. But like she went to preschool. Like she was involved in swim and gymnastic. Like she was out there.
Listen,
But
Hadley.
why is she still?
Because Hadley is a force.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only way I can describe her.
It's just, but it's very hard when I can't leave because she's either going to melt with this one, or will she go to bed nicely for this one, or will she like today on the way to school, she didn't want to go to school because she felt like she wanted to be with me, and I'm with her so much.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard when so much is still never enough. It will never be enough for her because she always wants more of me, and that is like, it's very hard. Because I will always feel like I'm never giving her enough because she's always asking for more.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I want her to see, like, I'm going to spend some time with dad, with daddy. But I also lie a lot. And I say that Kyle and we're going to business meetings. Like, we're going to a meeting. We're going to a business dinner with his boss because I don't want to leave with the crying. I don't do it because like I'm sparing her feelings. I'm doing it because I want to leave peacefully.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
You're sparing everyone's feelings.
Yeah. It's like, I'm not, because my mom's like, she needs to know. She needs to know that you and daddy are going. And I'm like, no, she doesn't. She doesn't need to know that, So I'm like, how am I going to tell her? Like, I'm going on vacation. I don't think I will. I think I might just say, I have a convention. I need something that's going to make her think I got to be good because I could get a prize.
Well, I think the prize is like you coming home.
So
yeah,
so I'm just
tell
gonna be
her
like, I am not coming home. No, You're so right. Hadley, I saw last night. I'm gonna extend my stay. I will stay an extra. No, that is genius. Who gives a shit about a Barbie? I am not coming home.
You are the Barbie.
I think having her have something to be excited for in the back of her mind, and I don't even think that's good parenting. I'm just trying to ease my mind. Again, I don't know. I've never done it before. I'm just trying to think of like anything that is going to ease my mind, knowing that she might be on her best behavior because she might get like a little treat or like a little toy or a Barbie or something like that, Whatever. Write in the judge me, message me. Bribe your daughter and drink your water bottles.
She's not at the age like where like being grounded matters, being this matters, taking away that matters. Like,
she just had her iPad taken away for 3 days and no TV and no iPad for 3 days.
And she didn't care.
She did care.
Oh, she did.
Okay,
good.
She had nothing, no screens at all for 3 days because when I went to that party, she had such a hard time with the babysitter. That it was really bad, and Kyle and I said, absolutely not. And we took it away for 3 days. What am I supposed to do? Color. Play in the playroom, play with your toys, play with your Barbies. And she doesn't have screen time a lot, but it's at certain times. When she wakes up in the morning, she gets 10 minutes to herself before like the whole house wakes up, and she watches what she wants. The TV doesn't usually go on until like 5:30, 6 o'clock, if that. They always get downtime of like TV time before bed. So there's certain parts of the day that she likes it. You know what I mean? So she definitely felt it.
Good.
I'm just kidding. She's just a lot. And she's like, she is me and I am her. And I love her so much. And like, I love how much she loves me. But sometimes it's so hard to manage because it's so much.
Do you think Kyle feels that way about you?
That it's hard for him to love me?
Like, it's so much for him to manage.
That I'm so much for him to manage? No. Let's ask him. Kyle, honey, you come down from your room.
He runs. He like is at the bottom 2 steps. He's like, no.
No, the good thing is like I probably am hard to manage, but because he's so easygoing, he would never tell me. You know what I mean?
Oh,
yeah.
That is a great relationship. Like, feel the way that you feel, but don't tell me.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is him. And he says something, and I'm like, I'm telling you how I feel about that.
Yeah.
No, but he's just like, he's so
I had my period this week, and I'm just like, Rob, I don't care
look
about
at me.
anything about how you feel. Like, my emotions are too high. Oh, sorry.
You keep kicking my
Sorry, my legs are like freaking.
I know, they're like
so
beautiful
long.
and long. I know. Don't talk about my little stubs, my little stubby toes. Any advice or anything you want to leave me with in regards to my trip? This is, again, I'm going to talk to you many times before this. This is not until Mother's Day weekend. So I'm open to all words of wisdom and tips on mom
so
guilt.
much time with your children.
Yeah.
You put in all the effort all the time. I think that the best thing that you can do for your kids is like give yourself grace and give yourself time, and like outside of that, like your relationship, like having a solid foundation. So like whatever that means, even if it's like not great for them in the moment, like it really could be great for them in the long run.
Yeah.
You and Kyla need that.
I agree.
And like you need that.
Yeah. And I'm like, they're 5 and 3. Like, it's time.
Yeah.
You know?
And everyone can deal with it. Like your mom knows your kids. Your sister knows your kids.
Yeah.
Your babysitter knows your kids.
Yeah.
You're good.
Yeah, I'm not leaving them with anyone who like doesn't know their routine or how they behave or whatever the case is.
Like when they're like super upset that you're not there, like you're gone for 48 hours. You're fine.
Monday to Wednesday.
Whatever. 72.
Yeah.
Like what is that in their whole life?
I know.
Like your kids know that you love them.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You're with them every day.
I know.
Every single day.
That's why.
And you don't want to be.
So on Mother's Day, I'm out of here.
Yeah. But really, like, it's a day.
Yeah.
It just happens to be a holiday.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's like shitty timing. It's not your fault.
No, it's not.
No.
Like, it just didn't work out on any other weekend.
Right. And it is what it is.
I know. Because at first I was like, oh, I guess I could go in June. And I'm like, it's not even my birthday at that. But like, who even cares?
No.
You know?
I don't care.
No, I don't.
But also, it's like...
They're lucky if I come home at all now.
Also, you're going to go to Florida in June? Who does that, psycho?
I know.
No.
Yeah. And we're staying at like, we're staying in Sanibel Island.
Beautiful.
So it's like very tropical, and we're on like a beach hotel resort. So it's like they have like this huge like arch waterfall, like lazy river type thing, and like a tiki bar, and it's like on the beach.
So nice.
So it's like we went somewhere where like they have like 4 restaurants on the resort. So it's like everything is so easy. We just get to go and like relax with each other, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And like, what's the difference between Mother's Day and June? You have to go the same amount of time. You're going to go the same amount of time anyway, just because it's Mother's Day.
Yeah.
She doesn't know. You're more worried about her being upset when you leave than you are that it's Mother's Day.
Yeah, and I'm more worried about like how I look at myself that I'm leaving my kids on Mother's Day.
I'm proud of you. Seriously.
Love you. Thank you. I needed that. Yeah. I'll be proud of me when I'm done.
Can I go with you?
Yes. You can.
Nice.
Especially after this talk.
All right, great.
I know. And I see it. And I see you take time for yourself. I see my sister's gone on vacation. Like I see it, and it makes sense. And I encourage any mother to do it. And I should encourage myself to do it. Mm-hmm. And that stigma of Mother's Day is
I think what everyone needs to do in every situation is like, when you're in that situation, how would you advise a best friend to handle that? Yeah. And just do that for yourself.
I know. I was thinking about that because everything that you were telling me, if it was the other way around, I would be like, Kelsey,
do it.
Yeah, of course. Like, what's 3 days out of their entire life you're there? So, like, I would have given the same exact advice. Mm-hmm. So, thank you.
You're welcome.
Cling, cling, cling. Oh, so it's like empty. I was really babysitting this one. Wow. I talk too much.
Yeah, you do. Okay.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah. Because no one else does.
That's true.
Love ya.
Bye.